this week on the internet, the series we're talking about all the topics missed during the week. And first up, we have the Cybertruck. And it has not been a good week for the Cybertruck. It turns out, if you wash it, you have a chance of bricking the entire truck. Recently, a Cybertruck owner washed their truck, as you do with the truck because it's a truck, and if you're using it at all, it gets dirty. But they washed it, and after they got home and parked it, the center console screen went black, which means they basically can't do anything, because that screen has all the truck's information, like your speed, your gear, everything. It would be really stupid to drive it without that screen. And the only reason this happened was because they didn't put the truck in car wash mode. And I agree this shouldn't happen. This is insane. The Cybertruck should not brick if you forget to put it in car wash mode. But I don't think having a car wash mode for an electric car with a charge port is stupid. If electric cars were not designed with automatically opening charge ports, I'd agree it's unnecessary. But still, you shouldn't guarantee break your car if you don't use car wash mode. Car wash mode should be a redundancy, not a requirement. But it's a little insane that it was the center console that broke, because that's not related to the charge port. The Cybertruck owner said that they heard a loud electric pop, which probably means something got fried. And for a truck that's supposed to be washed more than a normal truck, having a risk of bricking it from water is unacceptable, especially since this is just the first case of this happening, and they've only sold about 4,000 Cybertrucks. If someone already bricked it from a car wash, it's gonna happen way more often if they don't fix it. And the reason we know they sold about 4,000 Cybertruck is because they all have a recall. Yeah, so this accelerator pedal has a tendency to fall off while driving and get stuck, which is a very serious safety concern when you consider that this thing has no crumple zones, weighs over 6,000 pounds, and is a very good 0 to 60. Regardless of when or where your pedal gets stuck, it is likely to cause a bad accident, because even if this thing is fully stopped at a stoplight, if the accelerator gets held down fully for even 1 second, that Cybertruck will rear end somebody at 20 to 30 miles an hour, which will at the very least, if no one gets hurt, cause a massive headache and also contribute to the rising cost of car insurance. The Cybertruck will probably have way more recalls because there are only 4,000 of these on the road, and it's already having massive problems. It's a real shame too, because a lot of the tech in the Cybertruck is extremely cool. The drive-by-wire setup is genuinely good, assuming it doesn't break, because as it stands now, anything on this truck can break, and it also has 4-wheel steering, which is super impressive. They just put all this new cool tech in the worst body they could have picked, and it's a real shame. But subscribing down below will not be a shame, I promise. But next up, we have another story related to water. Dubai got hit with some crazy thunderstorms, and instead of letting people post videos like this to social media, Dubai made it a criminal offense to post videos like this, because the leadership in Dubai is incredibly insecure about their papier-mâché buildings that fall apart when introduced to water. Now, this storm was a serious storm, so it is no surprise that their infrastructure couldn't handle it. I mean, Dubai is a desert, which is also why it's incredibly pathetic to make it a criminal offense to post about it. Officials said people were spreading rumors and behaving irresponsibly, and that is dictator code for, you're making us look bad. I don't respect countries that have adult toddlers as their leaders to begin with, but Dubai is genuinely an evil place. And I'm not talking about all the rumors you hear about. I am talking about confirmed things, like them using slave labor. I am so glad I live in a country where tweeting about a storm is not a criminal offense, because I'm gonna be honest, guys, I would not survive in a country like Dubai. If Dubai royalty happened to like pandas, dolphins, pugs, or whatever else I've talked about going extinct, I'd be executed for questioning the royal opinion. Dubai is just a joke. And speaking of jokes, we had the HumanAI Pin, because this drama kept going for a whole week. To recap, Marquez Brownlee reviewed this HumanAI Pin, and it sucks. He titled his video, "The Worst Product I've Reviewed for Now," and everyone freaked out. This one guy called it distasteful and almost unethical. Marquez's job is to review tech products. If he lied, he wouldn't be popular to begin with. And there has been a lot of people defending this terrible product. When did we as a society start protecting brands so much? Like, when I talk about brands, I try to be fair and also acknowledge the potential challenges when developing that product. And in the case of HumanAI, I'm sure it was really hard to make, but it doesn't change the fact that it sucks. Basically quoting Uncle Ben in relation to a terrible AI product is beyond insane. This product obviously should have never been released, especially for a price of $700 up front and a $24 a month subscription to even use it. Defending it this hard is paid shill behavior. Like, I seriously hope they're paying this dude, because anyone with a brain is never gonna take this guy seriously again. It wouldn't even be that crazy of a take if he just said the title's kind of harsh. But no, instead he lectured Marquez like he just got superpowers. If you worked on the HumanAI Pin, I understand why you wouldn't be happy about the internet dogpiling on your product. But at the same time, you had to know it was this bad. Like, did you not test it at all? But this whole situation is a bit of a circus, and the HumanAI Pin sucks, and this guy's take also sucks. Next up, we have Ticketmaster potentially being sued by the DOJ. And there is no reason you should be against this unless you're a Ticketmaster shill. I have never even used Ticketmaster. I just know from everyone complaining that they're basically a monopoly and they do nothing but suck. The only reason they're even in hot water right now is because they suck. When tickets went on sale for Taylor Swift's Eras tour, their site crashed because of the unprecedented demand. And this caused the DOJ to launch an investigation into Ticketmaster. So basically, if you do successfully become a monopoly on ticket sales, you better make sure you're doing your only job. And on that note, I'm glad the DOJ is finally doing their job and going after monopolies, because it is insane that all these companies have been doing this kind of stuff for years and haven't been sued. And it's not like the DOJ used to be this slow. They sued Microsoft back in the 90s for basically everything they do now. I'm not qualified to go into the details, but a big talking point for that trial was restricting the ability to uninstall Internet Explorer. And in present day, you can't uninstall Edge. A lot of these companies have been doing things that are borderline illegal for years, so I hope they all get sued. But Ticketmaster has been especially bad. They price gouge like crazy, and even then, they can't guarantee service to buy tickets, even though they should have known they would need to upgrade their servers for a Taylor Swift tour. I sincerely hope the DOJ does the right thing and sues them to hell. And next up, we have Red Lobster considering filing for bankruptcy. And if you know anything about Red Lobster, this isn't surprising to you, because they're known for doing endless shrimp. It started off as a promotional deal in 2004, so in 2023, they made it a permanent menu option, and that was a mistake. They've always lost money on this deal, but recently it's been especially bad because other menu items aren't picking up the slack. This doesn't necessarily mean Red Lobster would be going away if they did file for bankruptcy, but at the very least, there would probably be some location closures. They also haven't even decided yet if they will file for bankruptcy, but I wouldn't be surprised if they did. So if you like shrimp, you better go somewhat soon, because they're probably gonna raise the price of the unlimited shrimp again. And next up, we have Vine potentially making a comeback. And to be honest, I wouldn't expect this to happen because it relies on Elon Musk not ruining it. Because if you're unaware, Twitter owns Vine, which means Elon Musk owns Vine. And my best guess as to why he's even entertaining this idea is because Twitter is desperate. He made this poll asking bring Vine back, and 70% of people said yes, but to be honest, it's probably all bots voting anyway, so who really knows how many people care? I think people did want Vine back for a long time, but now I think people just don't care. I don't think any creators are really gonna go rushing to Vine. TikTok exists and YouTube Shorts exist, and everyone thinks Elon Musk is a clown. So I don't see many people going to a platform with no monetization and a limit of 6 seconds for videos, but we'll see what happens, I guess. Odds are, though, he forgets about this and nothing happens. And next up, we have some fun news. Kingdom Come Deliverance 2 has officially been announced and is set to come out sometime this year. I much prefer it when games are announced and they come out within a year or so. I am so glad they didn't hype up this game for 3 years before release. I much prefer when games are announced and come out within a year or so, but Kingdom Come Deliverance 2 looks really promising. There's guns now, which will definitely be my main loadout. I don't care how slow or bulky they are. I like using old firearms against knights. Back when the first Chivalry game was popular, my favorite thing to do was play the pirate class and shoot knights in the face. But Kingdom Come Deliverance 2 will be a lot like the first one. It still uses the Cry engine, and it's called that because it makes your computer cry. The Cry engine is notorious for being an extremely demanding engine. It was used as a benchmark in the early 2010s for a long time. Depending how long you've been on the internet, you've probably heard someone say, but can it run Crysis? Because Crysis 3, a game that uses Cry engine, was almost impossible to run on anything. But I am a big fan of all these medieval games coming out. We got Manor Lords, Kingmakers, and now Kingdom Come Deliverance 2. And the best part is, all these games are super different. Manor Lords is a top-down city builder for the most part with battles. Kingmakers is a silly game where you bring modern weapons back in time. And Kingdom Come Deliverance 2 is a realistic RPG with lots of progression, story, and a huge map. I really enjoyed the first game, and if you liked Skyrim or Morrowind or any of those big RPGs, you would like Kingdom Come Deliverance. It's a little bit slower, there's no magic or anything, and you genuinely start off as being weak and feeble and pathetic, and you actually have to get stronger. Like, it takes a while. It's not some instant thing where it's like, now I have Fireball. Really good game. I'm glad it got a sequel, and I really hope this sequel lives up to the first one, and I'm really excited to try the guns. I am so glad they added primitive weapons. I don't know what it is. I just like them. Like Assassin's Creed Black Flag, dude. Oh my god, bring flintlocks back, man. Bring them back. But what do you think? Let me know in the comments down below. Like and subscribe. New follow me on Twitter @spatnz. Want to click that right there, check out more of my content, and have a good one.